America. Isn't it free stuff?
Big move in Bitcoin then, in contrast to all the notes I wrote pre-show, which were telling me that this was going to put Bitcoin under pressure.
The narrative that perhaps this launch of these political meme coins will sap flows from Bitcoin is showing us that it's really not the case this morning. If anything, it's just accelerated the momentum and the excitement around cryptocurrency under another Trump
administration.
Hi, 𝗬𝗍𝗿. What is all this FOMO about? Should I buy Bitcoin now?
Are you smoking your socks? You should rather watch my show. You should rather watch my show.
Right, welcome legends to another live stream. What is up? Legends, thank you so much. 5,000 subscribers, finally hit that number, right? Woo, 13 months, almost 14 months, 13, 14 months since I started the YouTube channel. I hit 5,000 subscribers and it's about smelling the roses along the way. Hi Dewald, welcome to the beautiful live stream. Misha, welcome. Thanks for joining. Mr. ER, thank you so much. I appreciate it, but it is you guys, right? It's not just me. It is you guys supporting the channel, wanting to learn more from a trading perspective. And finally, I've hit 5,000 subscribers, and I know not too long from now it's going to be 6,000 and 7,000, but I think the next big milestone, because you know that's how we are programmed as human beings, is that I only want one Bitcoin. I only want one Bitcoin. If I have one Bitcoin, I will be happy. And then you have one Bitcoin and you're like, two Bitcoin. I mean, if I can only have two Bitcoin, right? And then after 100 Bitcoin, you're still not satisfied. Right, but I can tell you guys now, I deeply appreciate everyone of you, the support that you've provided here on the channel, the likes that you keep on smashing up, the records that we've broken here on the channel. I mean, I have not seen any other influencer, maybe you guys can let me know in the comments, but where the likes match the amount of subscribers or the people that's watching the live stream. Usually when I see, 250 people or 300 people watching the live stream, I get 250 or 300 likes. So you guys are absolutely amazing. You also deserve a tap on the back, right? Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Irina, welcome. 5K, nice. Congratulations, Dewald. Good morning from Portugal. Congratulations on the 5K. You deserve this 5K much more. Thank you for everything you teach us. It's an absolute pleasure. And right, hopefully I will be able to continue to bring you the alpha, to bring you the education. And like today, there's potentially a trading setup around the corner. I'm already in a small little trade. Okay, I was a little bit late to post this trade, but nonetheless, we did discuss this little trade that I'm in currently on weeks. Okay, we did discuss this morning in our Legends Pro community, and you most probably know where I took this trade. I just had to, because the risk management was amazing. So I took this trade already in 15% profits over here, and there's potential. Guys, I cannot describe to you how many trading opportunities are inside of this range. There are countless trading opportunities. If you know where to get in, and if you know where to take profits, you can have many successful trades in a range like this. And I think the sad reality is range trading is very difficult, and it does require practice and a skill, okay? But you can master it here on this channel. This is where I teach and educate together with Andy. If you're not following Andy, if you're here watching this channel, you're not following Andy, you need to go and check out Andy as well, right? Down in the description of this video, let me open it over here, okay? For some people still don't know how to get Let me just close the comment over here. Some people don't know how to get to the description. When I talk about the description of the video, there's a little box over here, okay? A little box over here. You click on more, and then it opens up the entire description that I have over here, okay? And then I've got Andy. Andy I've got over there, right? If you guys do not know Andy, he's an absolute legend. Most of you here know Mr. Andy, right? Most of you know Mr. Andy. But we both have an absolute passion for educating our audiences and sharing with them the trading secrets that other people charge you money for. Okay. And then also, I have Mr. Let me just open up the description again. I have Crypto by Matthew. Okay, Matthew over here. He also has a YouTube channel. He started about 2-3 months ago. And what I love about his channel is it's completely different from what myself and Andy are doing. Okay, he basically goes through Twitter, social media, and he scours the network and the social realm for news crypto related. He then makes a video about it, summarizing it and explaining it so that you understand exactly what the news means and how it could impact the crypto market. So Mr. Matthew over here, or Matei, I just call him Matt, right? He's an absolute legend. If you guys have not checked out Matt, if you want your daily dose of news in terms of, you know, someone that basically goes through everything that they can find and they summarize it in a 10-11 minute video. I mean, for me, this is a beautiful way to consume news in 11 minutes that would have taken me 2 or 3 hours to go and research myself. And then you still have to try and go and make sense of the news, where Matt here makes sense of the news. He explains it to you so that you understand. So from a fundamental and a news perspective, this is your guy. This is the person that you need to follow to get your daily dose of news. And I do know that he sometimes drops some meme coins that he's looking at as well. And I know that some of the legends here have taken some of the trades that he's highlighted from a meme coin perspective, and they have absolutely killed it. Right, so go and check him out if you haven't done so already. Right, legends. Now, okay, yesterday I went through the scenarios from an Elliott wave perspective, explaining to everyone here why I believe that this range could potentially still continue for a little bit longer. Okay, maybe until March, maybe even until end of March, who knows, right? Market is here to surprise us, but yesterday I went through quite some detail explaining the Elliott wave scenarios that I'm looking at, and I think that was quite a powerful live stream from an educational perspective. So if you have not watched yesterday's live stream, okay, you need to go and check it out, because it was not just analysis on the smaller time frame, it was analysis on the 8-hour, 12-hour time frame, explaining what we could potentially expect for the next month or two. Right, so if you haven't checked out yesterday's live stream, you need to go and check it out. It was jam-packed full of alpha. Right, yes, it was jam-packed full of alpha, Dewald. Jam-packed full of alpha. And then, right, legends, remember, okay, we're potentially going to enter a couple of trades here together. I'm hoping, okay, price just needs to play ball. Price needs to move, because when you get this boring choppy price action, sometimes you just have to sit on your hands and wait for price to come to your area of interest. Legends, it's very important that when you have a level identified for a short, let's say this is a shorting area that you have identified, okay, you have to wait for price to come to your area of interest before you execute the trade. A lot of people lose money because they're trying to trade to the area of interest, and then price falls down, and then you get stopped out over here, and then you try and play a long back to the upside, and then it falls back. So you have your areas of confluence, for example. So you want to play a long over here, you want to play a short over here, and price is just in the middle, not doing anything. Stay away. Do not trade it. If you don't have a plan inside of this range, and these are your areas of interest from a shorting and a longing perspective, you do nothing. You have to learn to be patient. You have to learn for price to come to your area of interest before you make a trading decision. A lot of people lose money because they are bored, they want to trade, and they force a trade, and they can't really answer those 3 W's. Okay, why did you enter the trade? If you can't answer that, where is your stop loss and where do you plan to take profits? If you cannot tick all 3 with some high conviction and confidence, do not enter the trade. It's as simple as that. Okay, take the scribble here out the way. And legends, you need to make friends with this tool. Okay, I just want to make this thing a little bit thinner. It's a little bit thick. Okay, that's much better. Legends, I always preach, and for those of you that has been a little loud, okay, sorry about that. Let me put the music a little bit softer. There we go. There we go. That should be much better. Hamza, thank you so much. I put the music a little bit softer. I forgot to put it softer. Dewald, are you looking for a potential triangle on BTC? Well, we'll see. We'll see. We're going to analyze it here together. I have a shorting area. I am currently in a long, and I also have some longing areas to the bottom. So depending on where price goes, okay, I will execute a trade with good risk management if I see what I want. Okay, that's also important, because if I have an area of interest, let's say I want to play a short over here, and I have an area of interest and price is bullish, it breaks through, it comes back for retest, there's bullish CVD building up, I ain't shorting. No ways, I am not shorting. I want to see a sign of weakness, okay, before I will consider the short. It's not to say that I have a shorting in mind and price comes to that area that I'm just going to short like a crazy maniac. It's not how I trade. And 99% of my trades are executed via market orders. And the reason I do that is because I need to look at the price action. I need to see the weakness. I need to execute as quickly as I can based on the price action that I see. Okay, the days where I trade with limit orders is long gone. The only time I will trade with a limit order is if I'm building a swing position and I have high conviction that the low is protected. Then I will DCA into a position even with market orders, sometimes with limit orders, but also still with good risk management with a clear invalidation. Okay, so if I'm sleeping and my limit orders kick in and it hits the low or the high that I was planning, the short or the long, I will get stopped out. I still execute those trades with good risk management, but it is literally 1% of the time that I do funky business like that. Okay, legends, also, I always hammer on this. You need to keep you need to learn this tool. This tool needs to be your best friend. Okay, I know they're a little bit different colors, but you've got the shorting one and you've got the longing one. When you enter a trade, you need to know that your risk to reward makes sense. Okay, always, I ideally do not like to enter a trade that is less than a 2 risk to reward right over there. Okay, 2 risk to reward is the minimum trade that I will take. Preferably higher. The higher, the better. Okay, risk to reward. It means basically from a risk to reward perspective, if you have to think logically about this. If you go to a casino, okay, I know this is a bad example because this is calculated professional trading, but if you go to a casino and they say you have to pay 100 Rand or $100, you have to pay $100 and you could win maybe $20 with that $100. Are you going to bet on that odd? No. But if you bet $100 and they tell you, okay, you could win $1,000, okay, and you have a 70% chance of winning the $1,000. Now that sounds interesting. That is a gamble worth taking. And this is what trading is about. It's about smart trading. It's about having the odds in your favor with good risk management. How little can you lose and how much can you make? And depending on how little or much you can lose or make, what are the odds of you winning or losing that trade? Very important. Okay, so let me take these things out the way and let's go and do some analysis My trade is doing fantastic here at the moment. Legends, all I ask, okay, if we do these trades together, all I ask is that, okay, okay, I'm going to have to do some quick analysis over here. But all I ask in return is that you smash up the like button and that you use one of the links down in the description to come and trade with me. Because this is also where you qualify for the biggest sign-up bonuses and lowest trading fees. Okay. You have to pay more than $9,000 to get 50% off your trading fees. If you sign up with weeks, you have to go and buy WXT tokens, and I think you have to have 500,000 WXT tokens to get 50% off your trading fees. Yeah, on this channel, I've organized you the best deal. You get 50% off without having to own WXT tokens. Okay, and also the more you trade, the more money gets airdropped into your account, and you only need an email and a password. So all I'm asking is that you use the links down in the description, which supports me to be here every single day, and that you smash up that like. Right, legends, we are approaching a very interesting zone. I want to go see what CVD is doing here at the moment. It looks like it wants to come and claim this high over here. I don't see any weakness here just at the moment. What I quickly want to do is switch on my point of controls. Daily levels, okay, daily level is still a little bit far away, but what I'm specifically looking at over here, legends, is if I take a fib, okay, potential shorting opportunity coming up, okay, where I'm going to take profits on the long that I'm in at the moment. Okay, this long that I'm in at the moment, oh, it just ran away. That long that I'm in at the moment on weeks, okay, and I'm going to show you guys how I got into that long, but I'm now looking for a potential shorting opportunity right over here. Basically an SFP from the high. We have a naked point of control, we have a 0.5 Fibonacci level, and I want to see how price is going to react in this zone before I will short. Okay. Rules, legends, rules. There's rules for this game, okay? You know, every game, Monopoly, poker, whatever you are playing, card games, it's got rules, right? You have to stick to the rules. Rules for this game is do not risk more than 1 to 2% of your capital. Okay, please don't go crazy and risk your entire portfolio at 50x leverage. Okay, it's not how we trade, legends. It really is not how we trade. I just want to see if I can get this image. I had it here somewhere. Let's go on to the 4-hour time frame. Where is this damn image? Okay, what I want to show you guys, some people, okay, will look at this and say, Dewald, how on earth did you trade with 30x leverage? It's not about leverage, legends. It's about how much capital you deploy into that position. Because I can take 1% of my portfolio and play it on 30x leverage. And if my stop loss, or if I forget to put in a stop loss and I get liquidated, whatever goes wrong with that trade, I still only lose 1% of my capital. Okay, so don't let leverage fool you, and don't get excited when someone shows a screenshot and they've traded with 400x leverage or 200x leverage, and you're like, how on earth did they do that? Because they most likely only risked a small percentage of their portfolio. Okay, so I can tell you guys here, I did not risk more than 1% of my portfolio with this trade. It's not how I trade. Okay, so I can take 1% of my portfolio, whether that's $10,000 or $1,000, whatever that amount is in terms of your portfolio ratio, and you can apply however much leverage to that position as you want, as long as you don't get liquidated where your stop loss is supposed to be. Okay, so these are some of the rules I quickly just want to highlight. Okay, because I do see that when I do live trading and I show everyone the areas and the levels that I'm looking for, then all hell breaks loose and people go all in with their accounts thinking that you cannot get stopped out. Legends, I get stopped out multiple times. Okay, let me say this again. I get stopped out multiple times, but it's about how little I lose when I get stopped out and how much I make when I make profits, so that when you make profits, it pays back the stop losses and it puts money back into your account from a profit perspective. That is the name of the game. Okay, losing little bits, winning big amounts, because you are going to get stopped out as a trader, and the best traders in the world also get stopped out, but they get stopped out with good risk management. Right, legends, so remember to smash up that like button. Just want to do something here quick. I've got some tabs open here that I just quickly want to close to free up some capacity. Okay, so now, I mean, ooh, nice. Okay, I'm saying nice here, legends, but I can tell you guys now, I really don't get excited when I'm in a winning or a losing trade. Okay, I don't get depressed when I'm in a losing trade. I don't get excited when I'm in a winning trade. When you have placed thousands and thousands of trades, okay, you really become numb to it, because you just apply your trading strategy. You know where to put your stop loss, you know where to take profits, you get in, you get out, you take your profits, you wait for the next trading opportunity. The hardest work is doing the analysis, okay, and getting into the trade with good risk management. Thereafter, you put in your TPs, and that you can use limit orders for. You put in your TPs, you know where your stop loss is, and you just let the trade play out, okay? Trading, once you've mastered it, is boring. You don't have to believe me. Trading is boring. And if trading really excites you, and it really gets your motor going, and it really gets the emotions going, you are most probably still struggling to consistently make profits. Okay? Because trading is boring. Just have to put it out there. You know, this is where you will hear the truth on this channel, is the truth. Right, legends, let's go back here onto the 15-minute time frame. And now we are approaching a level of interest that I want to see how price is going to react in this zone. I do like this choppiness over here, which tells me that there was a lot of volume traded here by the naked point of control. I also like when I take a fib from the high to the low, okay, we have a 50% alignment over here, 50% Fibonacci alignment over here. Right, almost tapped 0.5, not yet. Almost there, not yet. We're struggling here by the 0.382. Okay, that's where we're struggling at the moment. Right, the reason I like a potential short over here is because I'm not going to go into too much detail from an Elliott wave perspective. Okay, sometimes it's easier just to have your resistances and your support levels marked out, and then see how price reacts at those levels and make a trading decision. You do not have to know Elliott wave theory to be a successful day trader. So maybe today I'm going to stay away from Elliott wave theory and not explain to you the structures that I'm seeing, and show you that you can still take successful trades without knowing anything about Elliott wave theory. Okay. Remember to smash up that like button, legends. How many likes do we have? 91 likes. Woo! Okay, luckily the like button is not as bearish yet. Okay, it's not as bearish. 180 people here on the live stream, 92 likes. I know we can do better than that. Okay, my position here, okay, by the way, I need to manage that trade because we did hit TP1. Okay, so I need to take some profits, which we have to do. So legends, because we're doing a little bit of live trading over here, when I get quiet and busy, I'm just managing my trade, okay, because I want to trade this with you and share the screenshot in terms of where I entered, where I put my stop loss, whatever the case might be. Right, so legends, this is the shorting opportunity that I'm currently watching at the moment, is to say that, well, I want to know how we are going to react here by the 50% FIB level. Okay, I do like these highs for potential SFP. So if price, okay, let's discuss the trading opportunity that's potentially going to play out over here, is that if it comes back up here and it punches through and it gets acceptance back below, basically meaning it's trading below that level, that is usually where I enter, because now I know where to put my stop loss. Okay. Once I see this, I know where to put my stop loss. Very important. Do not be that person. Another rule of the game. Do not be that person, okay, that adds and tries to catch the top over there. Do not be that person, because where on earth are you putting your stop loss? Remember the 3 W's. If you do not know where to put your stop loss, why the hell are you trying to catch the high over there? Because what if it does that? Okay, there you are, fucking adding, and then by the time it gets here, it liquidates your position or your account. Okay, depending on how much leverage you used. Okay, don't be that person. Another rule of the game. Once you have your stop loss in place, okay, do not move your stop loss up. Okay, so if this plays out and you have your stop above the high, and price comes back up, don't get freaked out and start moving up your stop loss. Take the knock. You need to be comfortable. Once you've put your stop loss in place, on the exchange, it shows you how much money you are going to lose if your stop loss gets hit. If you are not comfortable with the amount of money that you are going to lose when your stop loss gets hit, do not take the trade or lower your capital. You are risking too much money. If you're uncomfortable with a stop loss, you're risking too much. That's it. There's no other ways to look at it. Okay, if you are biting your nails and you are sweating and price, you know, you think you were in profits and you're getting all excited and you're like, haha, we nailed it, and it comes back up and you start sweating and biting your nails and you're like, oh shit, and you start moving up your stop loss, you've risked too much money. You most probably went in with half of your portfolio at 20x leverage and you are not willing to take the knock. Okay, so lower your capital. Better yet, okay, take $5, $10, $1 and practice these trades. Don't try and make money with the trade. Try and let the trade be a successful trade by using as little capital as possible if you are not comfortable yet as a seasoned trader. Okay, if you are new and you're only learning the trading game now, you should actually take these trades with very little capital because you are still paying school fees and you're most likely going to lose your school fees. Okay, so I know there's a lot of preaching going on here, legends, but I'm explaining to you the rules of the game. Okay, because when a trade plays out, great. I get messages from people saying that, Dewald, you changed my life. I just made $20,000. And that makes me nervous because I'm also like, God, what if that trade went against us? How much money would you have lost? And then I get messages from the opposite end of the spectrum of when we lose a trade and we get stopped out, Dewald, because of you. Okay, so I'm explaining to you the rules so that you can enter these trades with good risk management, and the only person, if the trade goes against you, the only person that you can blame is yourself. Okay, because I've made the rules very clear. Right, and I'm looking you in the eye because I don't want to get those nasty messages. Right, I don't want to get the nasty messages. Right, legends, I want to check CVD. I don't see any weakness just as yet. Oh, maybe price is going to continue a little bit while up longer. Okay, so legends, let me quickly explain while we wait for price, because I mean it looked like it wanted to go and now it's slowing down. Let me explain to you why I got into the trade that I am in currently. Because, you know, let's share some education over here. What I want to do is set an alarm. Very important. The best feature on TradingView is not the analysis, because I can do analysis on the exchanges page as well. It has tools there, it has Fibonacci's, it has everything that I need to do analysis. But the best feature about TradingView is these little alarms. These little alarms, man oh man, dude, they are a game changer, because it means that you can do your analysis, okay, set your alarms and go and do something else. You don't have to stare at the damn chart the whole day. So these little alarms, man, they are magic. They are really magic. Okay, cool, legends. So that is the area that I'm looking for at the moment. And just quickly to explain to everyone, why did I take this trade? Well, there we go. That is why I took the trade. Okay, this was my trading setup, and this is a trading setup that I discussed this morning in the Legends Pro community. Okay, my position, I'm moving the wrong level over there. Okay, let me do this. So you can see when I entered the trade, because I actually played the back test over there, okay? Let me zoom in so that everyone can see a little bit clearer so you don't have to squint your eyes, okay? This is the trade that I took this morning. We broke out and I saw a 15-minute body candle close above. I was like, okay, I did nothing. Then price came back and it did this nice little retest. That's where I decided to enter, okay? Because now I have a better entry, right? Why did I enter? Break of trend. There was also local bullish CVD, okay? So that was my W over here. Why did I enter? Bullish CVD, breaking the trend. It looks like it's game on. Where do you plan to take profits, Dewald? Okay, TP1, TP2, and I might leave 10% or 5% of the position open for higher levels if we do not successfully reject from this zone. Then at least I still have a trade running to the upside, and it means that I don't have to FOMO into anything. Okay, so this is why I entered. Where was my risk management? Below, glued to the lows. What is my risk to reward? 3.45. Beautiful. More than two risk to reward. So that's a beautiful trade for me here to the upside. Okay, my position is now already not protected. I'm ever so slightly now moved my stop loss up. Okay, and I've just taken a little bit of profits because that's just what I like to do. I like to pay myself on the way up. Okay, I know that there are some traders that, you know, they stand their stance of like, if they plan to take profits over there, they do nothing until the TP area hits. It's just not my style. I like to pay myself a little bit, you know, take like 5%, another 5%, another 5%. I just like to pay myself on the way up. And then typically this is where I will close the position or leave a small portion open for higher levels. Okay. Right, it's just my style. So now I have where is my risk management, why am I entering, and I also know where to take profits. This is the most obvious resistance area that I see, and specifically this high as well. Okay, because what if we don't tap the 50% fib level or the naked point of control? We SFP here from the high and we fall down. Okay, and that's why it's important for me to pay myself on the way up. Right. Cool, legends. I think I have now explained the rules of the game, okay? And if you do lose any money with a potential trade, it is your fault. Is it fair for me to say that? Is it fair? I don't know. Right, legends. But I mean, by me doing these potential live trading setups, I mean, I like to load it with education as well, because I'm not just telling you guys, okay, I'm planning to short over here. That's it. Whatever you do is up to you, right? There's a lot of education that I like to throw in here because I do not appreciate a channel that does live trading and all they do is show you the trading setup. Okay, I'm planning to short from over here. Okay, give your stop loss some room, and I'm planning to take profits here by these lows over here. And then you look at this trading setup and you're like, holy crap! I mean that is a what? That's a 2% stop loss. Okay, the risk to reward makes sense, but I mean, what are the probabilities of a big move like this playing out? You know, I like to sniper. I like to get in. I like to get out. I like to get in and I like to get out. Okay, it's in and out, in and out. Those small little consistent profits that keeps you profitable as a day trader. Right, I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen some of these other influencers post their trading setups or when they do live trading, is that I often found myself being frustrated when I was starting out because it is the why that gives you power. It is the why that separates you from 99% in the world, okay? It's the people that asks questions. It's the people that ask why, okay? Why do you have to do this? Why am I not allowed to do this? Why should I do that? The person that asks why is usually the person that gets in trouble a lot, especially in a classroom, because teachers get frustrated. This kid just wants to know why, but they don't understand how powerful the why is. It is the why that empowers you. Okay. And that is why I have the 3 W's. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's go through some comments, and then I will continue with the education over here, because if we do just fall from here, I have another plan here and I have another plan here, and you will see I have 2 alarms here at the bottom. This is where I'm looking for some longs. Okay, looking for some longs over here, and I'll discuss that with everyone in a moment. Right, so let me go through some comments and then we can carry on. It's CVD, not CVD. Okay? Was that a typo? Cumulative volume delta, you're quite correct. Daily profits, 888, it's cumulative volume delta. You're quite correct. I think you meant to say it's CVD, not CBD. Okay, like over here. Right. It's TP, not TH. You guys are funny. Okay. Crypto on CNBC now. Thanks for the education. What kind of confirmation do you usually look for? We can go through that as the price plays out, but what I basically look for is, okay, you know, it really is such a difficult thing to explain. You know, it's kind of like the Matrix. No one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. And trading is kind of like the same thing, because I can explain to you guys what I'm looking for is a punch through the level, and it needs to start trading below. Okay, that's usually where I enter, and as soon as I move into profits, I generally protect my position as well. That is my trading style, but there's pros and cons to each trading style. Some traders like to leave their stop loss there, because what often happens is price comes down and it chops out again, okay, and then it stops me out. But I'm a persistent trader. If I get stopped out and price moves back below the level, I re-enter. But that is a little bit more advanced, not because it's difficult, but because some people from a psychological perspective, when they get stopped out, they get scared. They don't want to re-enter the trade. So the best way to enter these types of trades with good risk management is I look for a pierce of the level, and as soon as price comes back down, I enter, because now I know where to put my stop loss, and I know where to start taking profits as soon as we hit support over there, because I can see there's already support. That's usually a TP1 for me. You can also use the VWAP depending on where it is. Yes, VWAP is always this little VWAP, always a TP1 for me. So if I play a successful short here, it starts moving down and it taps the VWAP, that is always a profit taking area for me. Okay, TP1. And by the time it hits the VWAP over here, you can be guaranteed that my position is already protected, which means that my stop loss is at my entry, so that if price comes back up, okay, I get stopped out at break even with these profits. Okay, that's how I trade. And it's a very difficult thing to explain, because often what happens is price gets choppy, it gets choppy. But when you have played 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 swing failure patterns, okay, you kind of know what to look for. And it's difficult sometimes to explain it to someone, because often I'll get a question like, Dewald, how on earth did you still successfully trade this move after this choppy price action? Because I got stopped out 3 times, I gave up, okay, and then I just called it a day. It's practice. Unfortunately, it takes practice. Okay, it does take practice. But I'm trying to explain it as best as I possibly can. Right, and I'm always here on the 3-minute, 5-minute CVD chart, cumulative volume delta. Okay, I'm always here monitoring bullish and bearish CVD. If I'm, for example, playing a long, so let's say I played this long over here. Okay, this is where I entered the long, and price is grinding here to the upside, and it comes back down and it starts making bullish CVD. Okay, I stay in the trade. As long as I see local strength, I stay in the trade. But if price, for example, does this and there's bearish CVD building up against the lower highs, I get out. I take my profits, I close my position, I get the hell out. So for me, this is a very powerful indicator to manage your trades, especially if you are scalping, okay, together with the confluences that you build up inside of your chart. Right, so that's the best way for me to explain it. Thank you, Mark. Absolute pleasure. What percentages do you use for TP1 and TP2? It really depends on the type of trade, okay? It really depends on the type of trade. I cannot tell you from a rule of thumb that this is always what I do. If I see strength to the upside, okay, if I see continued strength to the upside, continued bullish CVD building up, and I hit a TP area over here and it breaks through and there's more bullish CVD building up, I will typically take less profits. But if I'm starting to see bearish CVD building up, I will take more aggressive profits and leave a smaller position open for higher levels. Because unfortunately, no indicator is perfect. It's estimated that CVD is around 74, let's just call it a round number, 70% accurate. So there is those 30% sometimes that plays out here on CVD where it shows you bearish CVD and price just continues to pump to the upside. It does happen, okay? So, but it is the best indicator that I have found to date because it is real time. It's not a lagging indicator. RSIs, MACDs, moving averages, all those shitty indicators on TradingView, they are lagging indicators. They show you the momentum after the price action has played out, where CVD shows me in real time what market makers and retail is doing from a longing and shorting perspective. So for me, it's positively contributed towards my trading strategies. Okay, right. Can CVD work on mobile phone? Yes, I think it can. I have used it from my phone. Okay, but I like to do most of my trading from my PC. I like to do my analysis specifically only on my PC. Once I've done my analysis and I have set my alarms, and my alarm goes off on my phone, I can place a trade on my phone because I've already done the analysis on my PC. But I do not do analysis on my phone. The screen is too small, my thumbs are too thick, okay, to draw the lines perfectly and make sure that it makes sense. So once I've done my analysis in the morning on my computer and I've set my alarms and I know exactly what each alarm means, okay, I will go into my phone when one of my alarms go off and then I can trade from my phone. But I do most of my trading from my PC. Right. I'm not saying that you can't trade from your phone. All I'm saying is what works best for me is trading from my PC because you have more real estate. You can see the price action better. And for me, it just works better. Okay. Especially doing your analysis. Dewald, would you say your CVD tool is better than using RSI to point out CVD? Yes. Way better, way better. I've back tested RSI. I have the RSI here. Yes, the RSIs. I don't use them to trade because go and back test it. You'll be shocked about the accuracy of the RSI. You have to use the RSI in combination with something else. Okay, with a confluence, with a I don't know what else, but the RSI by itself is very inaccurate. And if you go and back test it in terms of the tops and the bottoms, did it actually go up when it reached the bottom? How long did it stay at the bottom? When it reached the top, how far did it go down low? Me personally, I have not had success with especially the stochastic RSI. The normal RSI, the yellow line that I have over here, I've had success with, especially spotting hidden bullish and bearish divergence, but more specifically on larger time frames. Okay. So I do look at them from time to time, but I don't use them as part of my trading strategy because they are still, at the end of the day, lagging indicators. Okay. Just wanted to see something very interesting to see here, that you've made a low, you've made a lower low higher RSI, that usually shows me absorption. Okay, that's hidden bullish divergence. So if I have confluence and I can apply my trading strategy to it, is to say that, okay, now I have spotted hidden bullish CVD. Can you see? Okay, opposite. Basically your RSI is doing the opposite to what price action is doing. There is the potential, okay, that you are going to get an upwards momentum to the upside. That is where I apply my trading strategy. So you have to use it in combination with a trading strategy. It's the best way that I can explain it. Okay, can you show us the local CVD you saw from this, your nice trade in profit? Okay, we can go through that. Dewald, do you use moving averages for day trading? No, I do not. I've not had success with moving averages. Okay, what I have found is the strongest areas of support and resistance is horizontal lines, Fibonacci lines, like I've got naked point of controls, daily levels, weekly levels. Okay, they are way stronger than a moving average that chops through price, through price, through price, through price. You know, that moving average, like I've tried to use moving averages together with the MACDs. I've tried many different trading strategies, and I'm not saying that moving averages don't work. All I'm saying is it doesn't fit my trading style. I struggle with moving averages. Like, how deep does it have to dip below the damn level before you start longing? Like, it used to frustrate me, okay? People used to tell me, you know, and you start studying this and they're like, okay, well, it tapped the moving average over here, we should long. And then price taps through, it taps through. And I'm like, well, where the hell am I supposed to put my stop loss? It was just such a confusing strategy for me. Okay. It's not my style. I personally have not had success with moving averages. Okay. And I'm not saying that it doesn't work. You might use moving averages very successfully. Kudos to you. That is your trading style. That is your preference, and you have a plan built around moving averages. It's not my trading style. And what I'm teaching and educating here on my channel is what I have found to work for me to keep me profitable as a trader. Okay, you might look at what I'm teaching over here and develop your own complete different trading strategy. You might take a little bit of what I'm teaching over here and combine it with your moving averages or your MACD or your RSI, and you're like, yes, as now the Dewald has shown me this. If I combine this with what I already know from an RSI perspective of a movie, now my strategy becomes even more powerful. By all means, is that, you know, you take a little bit from everyone and you build your own trading strategy. Okay, I just like to keep things very simple. Okay, I'm a simplistic person. I like trading for me to be as simple as it possibly can. And this is why I love my D-line strategies. This is why I love the D-line strategies. It is so simple to execute. It is so simple to understand. If you just know where to take profits and you know where to put your stop loss and you know why you're entering, you can be heavily successful playing the one-line trend strategy. You don't need moving averages. You don't need RSIs. You don't even need CVD. You need nothing. All you need is price action. And you need to know, okay, you know, there's a pivot and there's a pivot, so there's most likely a trend forming over there as well. Okay, you just need to know how to draw a simple trend line. And you can be massively successful with that trading strategy. But at the end of the day, what it boils down to is that you need to master a trading strategy. Very, very important, because a lot of people, okay, they will use moving averages, okay, or they'll use the D-line strategy that I use very successfully. They'll use the D-line strategy. They lose 3 trades and they're like, okay, the strategy doesn't work. Then they move on to moving averages. Okay, they lose a couple of trades. Maybe they win a couple. They lose a couple of trades. And then they move on and say, okay, it doesn't work. And the problem is not the strategy. The problem is you or the person behind the strategy. Okay, I'm not pointing fingers at everyone. 9 99.9999% of the time, when a strategy does not work, it is not the strategy, it's the person behind the strategy. Okay, if you are continuously being stopped out with a specific strategy, perhaps you have not backtested it properly. Perhaps you do not know where to take profits. Perhaps you do not know how to exercise good risk management. Perhaps you are too aggressive with your capital, or maybe you are not aggressive enough with your capital. Okay. Do you have tick boxes that you need to tick off to say that, well, if I play a D-line strategy, how many ticks do I? So you could have an Excel spreadsheet with little boxes, okay, that you can tick. This is what I used to do in the beginning. Okay. CVD. Okay, you can have RSI in there if you want. RSI, moving averages. Okay, you can say, okay, what else? Volume. Okay, and depending on how many boxes you can tick. So if that breaks out over there, it bounced on the 200-day, 50 or the fucking 10 or 9 moving average. The RSI is at the bottom. CVD looks bullish. Moving average, it tapped the 9-day moving average. Okay. Volume, there's green volume kicking in because I'm looking at a long. So the more boxes you can tick before you enter a trade, equals how much capital you can deploy. The more boxes, the more risk you can take on. The less boxes, okay, if you can only tick one box, maybe you should not take the trade. If you can tick 2 boxes, instead of 1% capital, maybe you should play with 0.5% capital. So the more bullish signs and boxes you can tick, you can say, okay, then the more capital I can deploy, because then odds are more in your favor. So instead of having a 50-50% chance of winning a trade, you can now say, I have a 70% chance or 80% chance of winning this trade. Okay, therefore I'm willing to risk more capital. Very important. And I can tell you guys that there's very, very, very few people that actually do this. There's very few people that put in the work. There's very few people that go and backtest the strategy like I've done with Back to the Future. There's very few people that stick it out. I've lost 20 trades using the strategy. What can I do better? Where am I making the mistakes? But you stick to that strategy until you make that strategy successful. That is how you win as a trader. You stick to a strategy until you make it successful, and you learn from why did you lose cash. Have your journal. Okay, I took 10 trades in this week, and what was your reason for being stopped out at every single trade? And if you don't know what the reason is for being stopped out, because sometimes it's a valid reason why you get stopped out. Okay, because I get stopped out, and sometimes I will look at it and be like, okay, I know exactly why I got stopped out. The trade looked perfect. I ticked all my boxes. It was just another stop out. There was nothing I could have done better. Okay, but if I ticked one box and I got stopped out, I mean, you need to learn that lesson very quickly. Otherwise, you're going to keep on losing money, right? Okay, cool, legends. Hope you guys enjoying the education over here, right? I hope I'm not going to get stopped out this damn trade now here at the moment. Okay, are we building up? Are we building up bullish CVD? We already took that low. No, I don't see any strength as yet, but I also don't see any bearish CVD. Okay. Right. For those of you that wanted to know why did I take this trade? Okay, look at this. Okay, and look at that pivot. And look at that pivot. Okay, price moved up. It broke out. Okay, sorry, that's a bad trend. It broke out. And when, I think it was this one. Anyways, when it came back for the retest, look at how CVD, bullish CVD, higher low on price action, bullish CVD. Okay, confirming to claim the high at least. That's usually for me a nice little bullish sign to play momentum to the upside. So that is where I spotted the bullish CVD. Right, and like you've seen, when I started out the live stream, I already took profits on this trade, because if this trade now turns against me, I will be stopped out at least with profits. I'm looking at this zone for potential short, but if I get stopped out now over here, at least I get stopped out with profits in the bag. That's why I like to pay myself on the way up. Just something that I've learned over the years. I used to just wait for my TP area to get hit. And then I was like, stuff this, okay? Stuff this. I'm going to pay myself on the way up. Yes, you make slightly less profit because you are decreasing your position size every time you take profits, but at least I get stopped out with profits if I do get stopped out. Okay. Cool, legends. Let me go through some more. Yes, smash up the like, Mr. Crypto Big Brains. You're quite right. Thanks for your support. All the mods, Crypto Big Brains. I see you are here. No financial advisors here. Mr. Junior in the house. I'm late to class, but just in time to smash the like. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Mr. Junior, he's also a Legends Pro community member, absolutely killing the trades. Mr. Crypto Big Brains, you have been nailing the trades. I must say, I've been seeing your screenshots of the trades that you've been taking, and you absolutely, the student has become the master. You know, when I do a pro community update in the mornings and I have people telling me, Dewald, you didn't see this, Dewald, you didn't see that. You know, there's a sense of pride where I'm like, well done, okay? It's now where the students becomes the masters, and they are actually now starting to trade better than you and seeing more opportunities than you are seeing at the moment. And, you know, that's what I want for everyone. Reason for stop out this week. Analyze Ondo. How does one become a member? First, no, not. I like to just, for some reason, first link down in the description. No, okay. Here's a down in the description. You select this link, and this is where you can join our community. Unfortunately, okay, we do have a free section and we have a paid for section. Unfortunately, okay, myself and Andy do not spend a lot of time inside of the free section, but there is still a lot of value even by joining the free Discord community. Okay, myself and Andy and the coaches, we do spend way more time inside here because the people are paying money, all right? We need to deliver value. We give them daily technical analysis. We have dedicated coaches that provide trading setups with education, with many live sessions that happens throughout the week inside of Discord. And this is where the magic happens. You also get access to Andy's masterclass that he put together, right? To teach you everything, all the trading strategies that Andy knows as well, and the trading strategies that I use over here. The only trading strategy that's not in the masterclass, and it has many trading strategies, is my D-line strategy. So I am thinking of recording a module and including that as part of the masterclass as well. Right, and remember, legends, I've got weeks there as well for the biggest discount that's going to cost you more than $9,000 to qualify for this discount if you go and buy WXT tokens, and all you need is an email and a password. Right, okay, cool. Oh man, it's, you know, it happens, legends. Sometimes it just happens, okay? You're waiting for an area, it's juicy, you're drooling over that area, and it just falls. That is why it's important to have a trading plan above and a trading plan below. So what I'm looking at the bottom, let's do some more technical analysis. Okay, let me clean up the chart over here. I don't want to delete my alarms just as yet, but I'm looking at this structure as an impulsive structure. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to go into too much Elliott wave theory today, but this looks pretty impulsive to the upside. It has it has nice green volume to the upside. Okay, and this, okay, looks very choppy, slow, boring, sideways. It looks very sideways compared to this structure. So this looks more corrective and this looks more impulsive. Would you agree? Without me going into Elliott wave theory, you know, you need to start learning to read price action. This looks aggressive and this looks lazy. Okay, the lazy price action is usually corrective price action. The aggressive price action is usually impulsive price action, which means that there's a chance, okay, that you're going to claim the high before you claim the low. So it is in your best interest to look for longs. Okay, and if you do attempt shorts, you need to attempt them with exceptionally good risk management, and you need to be very selective about your shorts because you are now potentially fighting an uptrend. Okay, so which brings me to my technical analysis here on to the downside. So I take a fib from the low to the high. Okay, now I have my fib levels marked out. Okay. I also want to measure this wave, okay? Because I can measure this wave to see, well, where this wave went. I can measure this wave to see where these waves went, okay? I'm not going into Elliott wave theory. So what I'm interested in now is to say that, well, based on this wave, okay, is the low in, or can we still go down lower? That's what I'm trying to figure out now from a corrective perspective. Okay, so I go and take a trend-based fib from the high to the low to the high. Now this is where things become very interesting. So let me just put the levels there so that they don't overlap. Okay. Now I know it looks messy, but this is how I do analysis, is to try and determine those levels to the bottom with high confluence. Two of the most obvious levels that I really like without looking at Fibonacci, just looking at the price action over here. Three levels that I actually really like is that level, and we got a successful SFP. Look how we got the bounce there to the upside. So that was already purely looking at price action. Look at that. That little pivot, that little pivot, that little pivot, and that little pivot. So purely from a price action perspective, I'm already interested in these pivots. This one already played out, so I can't look at that one anymore. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Now, when I have my Fibonacci and my Fib retracements, now I go and see, well, do I have areas of confluence that aligns with those levels? Okay, so yeah, at the 618, okay, one could argue that it has support above the highs. A little bit further down, I also have the 1.236. I'm like, okay. So I just want to make sure that I have this level drawn out properly because okay, we actually did not tap that 1-to-1 extension. I just want to make sure that I'm on the right. Okay, I think I was on the log scale this morning. That's why it tapped. Okay, on the log scale, you guys can see that we did tap the 1-to-1 over here. Beautiful bounce here at the 1-to-1. So there's some things in trading that you just have to learn. Let me take that comment out. Sorry about that. Right? Is that for a retracement, after an impulse, for a retracement, there are common Fib retracement areas. Okay? 1-to-1, very popular. It's a popular level. 1.236 and the 1.618. These three areas are usually where a corrective structure could come to an end. And you can see how beautifully we have tapped the 1-to-1 extension, and look at the nice bounce we got to the upside. Okay. So if price continues to the downside and it loses the 1-to-1 extension, the next area of confluence that I'm looking at is the 0.618 in confluence with the 1.236. They are close enough together. That's a zone that I am looking at, and this is why I have my alarm set over here. It does have confluence with the highs over here. So I will be, like the 1-to-1 extension that got tapped over here, I will be paying attention over here. But the area that I like the most, together with this little pivot over here, is the 1.618 together with the 786. That's the area I like the most, but I know I might not get it because the market is here to surprise us and to front run us. So if I get the reaction that I like over here, I will attempt along with good risk management. But the area that looks the most juicy is this area. Okay, because then you will also, when people play along to the upside and they forget to pay themselves, where do they put their stop losses? Below the low. So it looks like this could be a nice liquidity hunt where price falls down and it finds support here. And then once price trades back above that level, I'm going to say, okay, game on. That's a longing opportunity. So now I have, okay, that's the most important thing you can do as a trader, is to have a plan on both sides of price action. I have a shorting plan over here. I have a longing plan over here, and I have a longing plan over here. I can also take it a little step further to say that, well, do I have any point of controls? Oh, yes, I also have a naked point of control in confluence with this zone that I'm looking at. So you see, that's where the planets start aligning. Confluences builds up at a specific level. Okay. And let's switch on some daily or some weekly levels, daily levels. I just want to see if I have anything else. No, daily levels are quite far away. Weekly levels are far away. So all we have basically is point of controls. Okay, so now I have a plan for the day. So I usually do this in the morning, and now I have a plan. I go and set my alarms, and I go and do other stuff. I go to the gym, I do dishes, I make food, whatever the case might be, take a nap, walk my dog. Right, now I have a plan. And depending on which alarm goes off, okay, I will make a trading decision based on the price action that I see, which is usually a market execution. And this I do every single day. I look at the range, I look at for confluences, and and this is why I also got so interested in Elliott wave theory, because Elliott wave theory just gives you that extra confidence boost in terms of, okay, now I know that this is a 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 5. This looks like an impulsive structure now that I've learned Elliott wave theory. This looks like a 3-wave corrective structure. So the low could be in, or if I now count this structure to the downside, it looks like a 3-wave structure. Not sexy. So perhaps it's still going to do this to the downside to complete an A, B, C to the downside. So Elliott wave theory just adds more to it. But you don't need to know Elliott wave theory to be a successful trader. Okay, I used to make profits without knowing Elliott wave theory. Elliott wave theory was just an interest, and it was so damn interesting to me that I started paying attention to it. I started following Kuhn, which I have given a shout out here. Okay, he's an absolute legend and master when it comes to Elliott wave theory. Kuhn has taught me a lot about Elliott waves, and but it is considered, if you want to trade Elliott waves and you want to call yourself an Elliott wave trader, you're looking at about 2 to 3 years to master Elliott wave theory. It's not an easy trading strategy. It's not easy. Okay, I think there are way simpler trading strategies out there to be consistently profitable as a trader than using Elliott wave theory. And for me, it was one of those things that I learned last once I've mastered my trading strategies. Right, cool. So legends, it looks like an absolute mess now. It looks like what the hell is going on the chart. But now that I have my alarm set, guess what? Okay, now I can do this. Because I know exactly what each alarm means. It's as simple as that. If this alarm goes off, I know I'm looking for a long. If this alarm goes off, I know I'm looking for a long. And if this alarm goes off, I know I'm looking for a short. Now I can have a nice little clean chart. I don't have spaghetti mess and puke all over my chart that looks like you can't even bloody see the candles inside there because you've got so much crap going on inside of your chart. And some people, some professional traders will even argue that you can see how successful a trader is by how messy his chart is. Okay, if you've got too much shit going on your chart, maybe you're still trying to figure things out, okay? Or maybe you are just a messy person, I don't know. Right, legends, let's go through some more comments. Remember to smash up the like. 160 likes, I know we can do better than that. We have broken records here on this channel. Okay, we have matched the likes with the number of people watching, and I know we can do it again. Right, friends. I have no idea what this is. 𝗬𝗂𝘅𝗍. This sounds like a scam coin. Has anyone found a way to buy a Maxon token on pre-sale? I'm not sure. Do I have any mods here in the com section? Do I have any mods here? I think these are scammers. Okay, 𝗬𝗂𝘅𝗍. I don't know. Andre, what the hell is that? Okay, I'm not even going to promote these. These looks like scam tokens. Guys, please be careful. Don't buy the shit that people advertise here on the channel. Okay. Right. Good morning, Tiago. Welcome to the live stream. Like smashed, much appreciated. Your thoughts on ETH? Okay, we can do some ETH analysis. I think, you know, price is a little bit boring here at the moment. I thought we could do a nice little live trade here together. And for now, I have my alarm set, so perhaps we can go and dive through a couple of altcoins. I think that would be interesting. Watching from Australia with my wife. We love you, Dewald. Keep up the awesome education. FZ, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, as long as I can teach and educate, I'm in my happy zone. I'm really in my happy zone if I can teach and educate. Congratulations, Dewald, for 5k subs. Yes, thank you so much, Spaceland, and I appreciate everyone's support here on the channel. How to find that naked point of control? Oh, okay. Well, if you're asking an educational question, I'm there. I am there. Naked point of controls. The best way to place a naked point of control, okay, is you go to the daily time frame. And this is a hack that I only discovered recently, because there's another way of doing it, but I found that way to be a little bit inaccurate. So the best way, the most accurate way, you go into the daily time frame. So you can see your daily candles clearly. Then you go and take your, can you guys see my menu bar? Yes, you can see my menu bar. No, you can see my menu bar. Then you go to this little bad boy over here, the fourth option, and you go and select fix range volume profile. Then every day I do this on the previous day. So on the previous day, I click there on the top. I click anywhere there here at the bottom, but just make sure that you're clicking on the candle. It will automatically go and slap it onto the top and to the bottom of the candle. And inside of there, can you see, if I make it even thicker, inside of there, you will see a red line. Okay, this red line over here is where the most amount of volume was traded yesterday. So inside of this candle, this is where the most amount of volume was traded. More importantly, there is no price action that has tapped that level just as yet. Okay, so when I switch on my point of controls, you will see that I have a naked, and I call it naked because it has not been tapped by price action. Therefore, it is naked. Okay, naked lady. Right, that is how you get your point of controls. As simple as that. And you can see when I zoom out a little bit. Okay, there's a naked point of control. There's a naked point of control. And the reason I still have these naked point of controls is because they have not been tapped by price action. This naked point of control over here, okay, came from this candle. And it has not been tapped. You see the price action here did not tap the level. Once it's tapped, I delete it. It's already served its purpose. Because you can go and do naked point of controls for each candle, but if there's price action that went through it, it's invalidated. It already served its purpose. So you need to find the ones that are untapped. And that is how you get your naked point of controls. And I also refer to them as daily point of controls because it's on the daily time frame. And you can do the exact same thing on the weekly time frame, because now when I switch on my weekly levels, okay, there's a weekly level that's still untapped, but there's a weekly point of control. Can you see? Do the exact same thing. I snap on this little thing over here, and there is a weekly point of control, and they are very powerful levels. So in this entire week, this is where the most amount of volume was traded. and then I just make them yellow. My weekly point of controls are yellow, and my weekly levels are orange. Okay, where you basically have an open and a close at exactly the same level. I can't use this one. Why not? Because it has been tapped. Okay, price action already went through that level, so I can't use it. But in hindsight, can you see how powerful that level is? So there used to be a weekly level over there. Look at how you reject it from that level. Price failed to close a weekly body above. Failed, and now it's getting the rejection here to the downside. These weekly and weekly point of controls are very powerful. The higher the time frame, the more powerful the level becomes. But I have found the dailies and the weeklies work the best. The monthlies, I mean, they are hit and run. They sometimes they play out, sometimes they don't play out. They're not very reliable, and you often find failed auctions and not swing failure patterns from them. So what I also like to do is switch on my magnet, and I go and snap it on, so it stays exactly where it needs to be. I just want to zoom in. Has it been tapped? You can see if I zoom in here, this weekly level has not been tapped. Ever so slightly, it has not been tapped. Okay, that's why I'm leaving it there. If the wick went a little bit higher, I would have deleted it, because then it served its purpose. Okay. Don't buy it. Dewald, yes. Like the education today. Hannes, welcome to the live stream. My brother is in the house. My brother all the way here from South Africa, also supporting me on my channel. And by the way, this little awesome song that I always play here on my intro. That song, my brother made that song for me. He produced and made that song, so absolute legend. If you guys like that song, he's the one that's responsible for making that song for me. All I had to do is record my voice and send him some WhatsApp voice notes, and he put together that amazing song. So absolute incredible music producer. Cool, legends. So while we wait for the alarms to go off, and once the alarm goes off, we'll jump back here onto the price of Bitcoin. Let's go and have a look at some altcoins. Sometimes it's funny how you scold us when telling us what is wrong. I am sorry. I get so passionate about telling people stuff that sometimes it comes across as I'm cucking on people and I'm shitting them out. But sometimes there is an element to it, because you guys don't realize how much personal messages I get when trades don't play out, or when they do play out, and how frustrated I get because I can see the mistakes that people are making and they're not realizing the mistakes that they are making. And I'm hoping sometimes by me being so passionate about what I'm saying and hammering on the risk management, that the penny will drop. Okay, that finally that penny will drop. So I do apologize if I do come across a little bit aggressive. I do sincerely apologize. It's not my intention. Awesome education. Thank you so much. ETH. Okay, I'll go through ETH now. Dewald, the coolest dude on YouTube. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you. Take a look at Algorand. Dewald, you are doing great analysis. Subscribe to the channel. Yes, I think we can do better with that like button. We've got 239 people watching, 190 likes. I know we can do better. All you have to do, if you haven't clicked that like, if you still have a like left in you, just share it over here. It will be much appreciated. Pure gold here, guys. Take notes. Yes, I know that I'm sharing gold over here because I have paid massive amounts of money to do other people's crypto courses and buy other people's crypto courses. The most expensive one I think I ever bought, I can't remember the exact price. It was either $4,000 or $6,000 that I paid for someone's trading course. And boy, oh boy, was I disappointed after I completed that trading course, because it taught me nothing about risk management. Okay, it taught me nothing about market psychology. Those things I had to figure out for myself, and after that, after I spent that money and I finished that course, I literally finished the course in a day because I was so hungry for information. And I thought, after spending so much money on a trading course, that my socks are going to be blown away after I completed that course, and I was angry. Sorry guys, someone was gossiping about me. My nose is itchy. I was angry after I completed that course because I was just like, you have not taught me anything that I didn't know already, that I've just seen on YouTube from other people. Okay, I was very frustrated, and that's why I decided, okay, I'm going to keep my channel educational, and I'm going to share with you what other people want you to pay for. Okay, I'm just going to share it here. Right, Dewald, $6,000 you paid. Yeah, you must have been smoking so many socks. Yes, I was smoking many socks when I paid that for that course. Okay, boy oh boy was I disappointed. And I think the reason this person charged so much money is because he has such a high reputation in the market from a trading perspective. I don't want to diss this person in any way or badmouth this person, and that's why I won't mention his name or her name. But if I do mention the name, all of you will know who I'm talking about. Okay, because he's world renowned for his trading skills. And okay, I've already given you guys a clue. It is a he. He's world renowned for his trading skills. And when I bought his course, I was shocked. I couldn't believe that someone charges so much money. After I completed his training course, if I have to put a value to it, I would say it was worth $500. Maybe. Okay, right, Legends, currently getting a nice little pumpy pump to the upside. I want to see what CBD is doing. Okay, it's not bearish just as yet, it's still very neutral. Let's go and have a look at ETH as per the requests. Let me take the comment here out the way. Sheldon from Banter? No, it's not Sheldon. I have done Sheldon's course, by the way. Crypto School, I have done it. Didn't help me. Did not help me. Okay. And I'm not here to badmouth anything. All I'm saying is I've done most probably every single crypto course that you can think of. I have most likely done it. Okay. And I can tell you now that the best knowledge that I obtained was to practice by myself without listening to anyone, because sometimes you just need to isolate yourself and you just need to say, okay, here's a strategy. I'm going to backtest it. I'm going to build rules around the strategy. I'm going to practice good risk management. I'm going to bloody master this trading strategy. Okay. So let's look at ETH over here. Sorry, I keep on distracting myself here, Legends. I do apologize. No, this is not the one that I'm looking for. It's also not that one. It's this one. Let's go. ETH. Right, let's look at the 4 hour over here. Yesterday, I'm not sure if everyone was in class yesterday. I did do technical analysis on ETH, and guess what? ETH is still exactly at the same place. Okay. Usually, okay, from a trading perspective, when you see something with a massive amount of volume, and you can see that, that volume is quite significant. Let's go onto the 12-hour time frame and see when was the last time we got volume like that to the downside. Yeah. And then we had one more dip and we rampaged here to the upside. I just want to make sure that I am on, regular scale. We had volume here. Okay, we still fell to the downside, but then we went up. Okay, this is quite a significant amount of volume. What this usually represents is the end of something and the start of something new. Okay, so in saying that, it could mean that that is the low for ETH. It could, because there is another target to the downside that I'm still keeping an eye on. Right, so if I go here onto the daily time frame, one thing I just want to point out from a bullish perspective, keeping it very, very simple, okay? I don't know why some people often overcomplicate the scenarios. Keep an eye on your trend. Make sure that you have your alarm set, and as long as ETH can hold the support, it could potentially successfully break out and go and claim the high. It's as simple as that. It just needs to hold support. Okay. Often, what the market makers love to do they like to leave a massive wick to the downside, because the rule for most trading strategies is if you are considering longs to the upside to at least come and claim the highs, the rule for most trading strategies is your stop loss needs to go below the recent low, which is there. So what market makers love to do is that people will look at this trading opportunity and be like, there's no ways in hell I'm entering a trade with my stop loss here. I'm not taking it. The risk reward doesn't make sense. And then they send it. Okay, so they make people scared. Okay, because that's a big stop loss. That's a massive stop loss. From where price is now, okay, that's a 27% stop loss. It's crazy. You can't apply any leverage to that trade. Maybe 4x, okay, then you won't get liquidated. But if you apply 5x to that, to a leverage trade over here, and it claims this low, that position is liquidated. Okay, so from a simplicity perspective, as long as ETH can hold the support, it dipped below, it grabbed all of the liquidity, and as long as it can maintain this level, I will wait for the break of the trend, and there's a high chance that it's going to claim these highs and these highs. Why do I say ETH has a chance to claim these highs? Because when I go onto the logarithmic scale, something very interesting is happening on ETH, and I feel like I'm repeating myself because I said the exact same thing yesterday. Okay, once you tap the 0.88, okay, is the 0.88 gang in the house? You know exactly what I'm about to say. Once you tap the 0.88, you increase the probabilities that you are going to come and claim the high. Even with a retracement, often what happens is once you tap, and I mean this 0.88 has been tapped multiple times already. Often what happens is when you tap the 0.88, you go back to the 618 and the 50% FIB level, which it has done, and then you go and take the highs. So this could be a successful liquidity sweep for upwards momentum. Okay, that's the bullish case scenario. Then I have a bearish case scenario, because I like to always look at both sides of the token, okay, of the coin. Okay, let's zoom in here and switch on. Do I still have it here? Did I delete it? Elliott, Impulse. Okay, I just want to see where I saved it. Here we go. Right, in a bearish case scenario, this was an impulse during the previous bull cycle during 2021. This was an impulse, and all of this is still a corrective structure. All of this is still a corrective structure that is still correcting this impulse to the upside. If all of this is still a corrective structure and not impulsive to the upside, and we are forming a WXY, the 0.618 at $1,000, 644 is a level where I'm expecting a nice bounce from ETH. If it loses the support that I've just highlighted over here, you can also see how beautifully ETH bounced here on the trend. So there's a high chance that the low is in for now, okay, and this is not a corrective structure. But if it does fall down again, I am looking at the 0.618, which is a Y wave target in a larger WXY corrective structure. It finds support and then it rock and rolls to the upside. But because the 0.88 has been tapped multiple times on the logarithmic scale, it does decrease the probabilities for this scenario, but unfortunately not invalidated, because trading is just a game of probabilities at the end of the day. Okay, so that is my quick, dirty, simple technical analysis on ETH. The reason I also think that a WXY carries low probability is because when you take a FIB from the high to the low, you have tapped the 786 on the regular scale, and that greatly reduces the probabilities that this is a X, because ideally a X wave should not tap the 786. It should be here somewhere. And the fact that price action tapped the 786, okay, decreases the probabilities for a WXY and increases the probabilities that it's most likely going to find support and continue to the upside. The 786 is not an invalidation, it just reduces the probabilities. So there's a couple of problems with this structure. But if it does play out, I'm looking at $1,644 ETH. Right. So there's some technical analysis. Ooh, we're getting the pump back to the upside. Is our short going to play out over here? That would be absolutely amazing. How can I practice? Mr. Crypto Big Brains, are you still here? Let me know if you are here, because I see this Mac AI Zaya token pre-sale shit that the people are promoting here in the comment section. If you can just get rid of that, I would appreciate it. Okay, guys, please don't buy these tokens. Okay, please don't buy them. Don't buy that scam shit, smoke socks. That is funny. Antonio, what is wrong with you, man? Are you a bot or are you... Okay, it's gone. Okay, maybe my feed here is not updating in real time, but yeah, if I see you on YouTube, I can see that it has been removed. So thank you so much. Yes, it's gone. Scammers promotion. Yes, guys, whenever, I just want to stress it out there. I actually want to see if it's happening at the moment. I want to just educate guys over here. If I go into yesterday's live stream, I want to show you guys something, because they most probably got hold of yesterday's live stream again. I spent a lot of time deleting scammer comments. Okay, let's see if there's any scammer comments here. No, these are all real people. When there's a love and I replied, it's all real people. Let's see. Okay, I deleted all of them. But if you guys see any people promoting a token inside of the comment section, I delete about 100 a day, every single day. After this live stream, maybe an hour later, after I've ended the live stream, the bots and the people just come in here and they share their secret phrases. Great live stream. Here's my secret phrase. I'm battling to get money out of the account. It's scams, people. Don't listen to those people. Don't even try and give them advice or help. Or they say, have you seen the next big hot thing? It's this... What token? These 𝗬Mi tokens and whatever, Max AI tokens, whatever the case might be. If anyone is promoting any token or hyping up a token inside of the com section, ignore it like a stop street. Okay? Do not fall victim to those scammers and do not buy those tokens. You are going to lose your money. I try my best to delete these people. Okay, but sometimes I don't get there in time, because often what happens is they post it throughout the night while I'm sleeping, and then the next morning I wake up and I have like 100 comments that I need to delete. So please, guys, don't fall victim to it. And I know you guys are wakey, so I'm sure you guys are not falling victim to those scammers. And if you are here in the live stream listening to what I'm saying about you, piss off. Okay, just like stop spamming my live streams, stop posting the comments, because I am educating my audience so that you don't make money. Fuck, I get so frustrated with those people. Sorry, legends. Yeah, it's bots. I don't know who also, I've noticed that some companies actually advertise that you use your YouTube account and they pay you for each and every single comment. So they get people to go onto other people's YouTube streams and post comments, and then they take pictures and screenshots of the comments, and they get paid per comment that they post on people's live streams. I don't know what the amount, but that's how they make money. Okay? And I've seen the job adverts all around the show. I've seen the job adverts. Would you like to earn extra cash on the side? All you have to do is post some comments. Like, I've seen those ads, and then these people fall victim to it. I don't even know if they actually get paid. Okay, maybe they post 1,000 comments for the day, and then they take the screenshots, and then they don't get paid. Okay, very frustrating. Shame. Don't be a victim of scammers, legends. Yes, absolutely. Anthony Dewald, can you check the future of GRT GRT. Okay, I don't think viewers of this channel are interested in shitcoins. Yes, definitely. Thank goodness. Okay, I just don't want people to get scammed here on my channel because you weren't educated. I will never, ever, 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 guaranteed, okay, show you any altcoin or thing to buy, okay, where there will be a rug pull, where I will be personally involved. Like it's not my character, it's not what I stand for, it's not the legacy that I want to leave behind. Okay, there's no amount of money that can persuade me to sell a shitcoin to you guys only to dump on you. Like I've seen YouTubers do that. Okay, and I think that's where money, the greed gets the better of people, where they just lose what they stand for and the legacy they want to leave behind. The legacy I want to leave behind is that, 50 years from now, when people watch these YouTube channel or this YouTube videos of Dewald, they must be like, fuck, this guy, educated. He gave everything he had and he put it inside of his YouTube channel. And he didn't sell, he didn't use his people to make money or victim, to play victim on his people, or to rug pull his people. Because I have seen, and I'm not going to mention any names, maybe you can post it here in the comment section, of people that has purposefully shilled shit coins and sold on you or their communities. Like, yes, it makes me angry. It really makes me angry. Right, I feel sad that this amazing man have just 5k subs and the other YouTubers have thousands and millions doing nothing. I'll get there. I know I'll get there. I believe that the universe has a way of turning, and that wheel, it turns. You put in the hard work, it comes back to you in some way. So yes, I have 5,000 subscribers. Would it be great to have 100,000? Yes. Would it be great to have 1 million? Yes. But I know that the universe looks after me in many other ways. Right, Litecoin. Okay, I'm getting distracted again. I'm getting distracted. You are the boss. You are the legend. You are all the legends, right? Right, let's go and see. Litecoin. I know that there was someone that asked for another. What I'm going to do is, Mr. Crypto Big Brains, if you are still here in the stream, which it looks like you are, okay, I'm going to ask Mr. Big Brains to throw me 2 or 3 altcoins from a theme perspective, because what the mods like to do is they will, they're reading all the comments that I'm missing because I don't have the time to read through all the comments. And if there are more people asking for a specific token, he will highlight it to me, and then at least I keep more people happy that way, instead of just looking at one token that one person wants to have a look at and then people drop off the stream. So if I'm looking at tokens that multiple people are interested in, then it keeps the community engaged. And hopefully, I'm discussing some of the tokens that you want to have a look at as well. Right. AR. Yes, I was on AR a few seconds ago. And I have, if you want good, in-detailed technical analysis on AR, I encourage you to go watch yesterday's live stream. Okay. And one of the best things, guys, you can do, okay, let me take my face. Let me see if I can move my face here out the way. Oops. Okay. One of the best things you can teach yourself, one of the best skills you can teach yourself, which is a very easy skill to teach yourself, is you see this little button over here, settings. Do you see that little button over there? Do you see that it has speed? And then you can go and change the speed in which you listen to your content. If you can teach your brain to consume content at faster speeds, you will be able to get through twice as much content in the same amount of time. I have trained my brain to listen to content on 2 times speed, and I've developed the skill to such a point that even 2 times speed is too slow for me. I wish there was 3 times speed there or 4 times speed over there. Okay, so go and start listening to content, especially if it's pre-recorded videos, 1.25 until your brain gets used to it. Then you go slowly, you increase it to 1.5, 1.75. The power of that is, if you have to, for example, go and rewatch a person's live stream like mine of yesterday that was 2 hours long, it means that you can go and watch it in an hour. Okay, go and teach yourself the skill. You'll be able to consume content much faster. The disadvantage, okay, I just have to be honest, the disadvantage of this skill is that I have come to the point that I can't even watch a movie on 1 times speed. I now even watch my movies on 2 times speeds, and it actually spoils the music and the background sounds and everything like that. But when I listen to any content on 1 times speed, like, I get frustrated. Break the matrix. I've done the same thing. 2 times is amazing. Yes, you need to teach yourself to do the 2 times speed thing. You can consume so much more information in a day. Okay, you can look at someone's 20-minute video and not be like, oh yes, 20 minutes. You can be like, oh, 10 minutes. Okay, and then you can even skip through the shit that you don't like to see or whatever the case might be. Okay, and then it takes you 5 minutes to go through a 20-minute video. Bro, I was talking about this to a friend, watching videos on 1 times speed, but not everything. Yes, it does get addictive, right? Let's see what Mr. Crypto Big Brains is recommending over here. Comments are going fast. Some legends are asking you to show the bull market cycle timing. Oh, let's do that. If there's a theme, why not? Okay. I have spent a lot of time putting this model together, so I really don't mind sharing it because there was a lot of time put into this model. So, legends, from a simplicity perspective, this is where I like to start. Let's talk about this model, okay? From a simplicity perspective, let me just take the comment here out the way. The bull market during 2017-18. Okay, when you connect the highs over there and you connect these highs over here from the previous bull cycle, you can see that we are now tapping the top of the trend. So for some people, this is the top and we are going into a bear market. Okay, but I'm not that fooled just as yet. Okay, because I know that price can still grind against this trend, grind against it, and then fall to the downside. It doesn't necessarily have to fall now. Okay, I think we still need a little bit of an altcoin season before the bull run is just over. It would be pretty devastating to not have some form of euphoria in the market from a market psychology perspective before we get a decent dump to the downside. So looking at this trend, I can understand why some people are calling for the end of the bull market. But this is where things get interesting, okay? If I switch on the 4-year cycles, okay, and now I need to put the chart on lock scale. Okay, and I need to do this, put all the price action here so that everyone can see it. Okay, on the weekly time frame, when I look at the 4-year cycles and I switch on the halvings when each halving took place, and I switch on when each bull market and bear market has taken place to date, and where each cycle has ended. Okay, so I know it looks like a mess, but it makes complete sense once I start explaining it, and I won't take long over here. Here's your halvings. Okay, the orange lines over here is your halvings. This is where each halving took place. Okay, and let me maybe take this out the way just to clean it up ever so slightly. Okay, each bull market lasted for round about 3 years. You typically have a year and a half before the halving, and you have a year and a half after the halving, and then you typically have a bear market that lasts 11 to 13 months. It's never to the T, okay? It's a range. But together you have a bull and a bear market that lasts 4 years, okay, between each halving. So from here till the end is 4 years. I've just made the 4 years between each halving. But now you get the premises of what I'm trying to explain over here. So based on history, okay, you have a bull market that lasts 3 years, 50% after the halving, and then the bear market starts again. So we've had a bull and a bear market once, we had a bull and a bear market twice, played out to perfection according to the model exactly. And I remember every time everyone said this time is going to be different, and it wasn't. This time it's going to be different, and it wasn't. And guess where we are right now? Okay, I just want to take this trend and hide it. Now you can see based on this model where we are in this cycle. So it seems that we need a little bit more time. I don't care where the target is, whether Bitcoin does this or whether it just chops here slowly to the upside. It is the timing that is most important to me. So from a timing perspective, okay, based on data, it's not over just as yet. This little line ends on the 25th of October. Okay, and it doesn't have to be exact, but it can be close enough. And what I've told my community is that I plan to take profits a month or two before the end of October, because I like to leave before the police comes. When I go into a party or I go to a nightclub and I drink tequilas and we have some beers and we dance to the music, okay, typically just 2 hours before the club closes, that's when the fights breaks out. That's when people smash each other over the heads with the beer bottles. That's when people get stupid drunk. That's the euphoria from a bull market perspective, is that I want to exit the market there. That's my plan. Even though, let's say Bitcoin does this and does this, and then I exit my position and Bitcoin does this, and then it comes back down. I don't care if I move out, if I lose out on this move. I do not care. But I am going to take profits before the police comes, because what if the bull market ends slightly sooner? Then at least I'm out of the market. Okay. And I also want, something that I didn't do enough of in the previous bull cycle is I did not take enough profits over here. Okay. I think, do you guys remember Plan B? I think he was a big hit during this era where he was calling for $100,000, and he even had me believe, according to the stock to flow model, that we are going to go to $100,000, and then we went into a bear market. And all the price of Bitcoin did is it followed the model to perfection. Okay, so yeah, I think Plan B took a massive knock on his reputation during this cycle, this little leg here to the upside. Okay, because he kept on pushing for the 100K, 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 and the 100K never came. The 100K only came now during this cycle over here. So to wrap this up, basically, okay, based on where Bitcoin is at the moment, I don't think it's time yet to start a bear market to the downside. There's another very interesting indicator. So if I switch all of this off and I zoom in to this price action again, and I switch on Pi cycle indicator, this indicator has predicted the top of Bitcoin successfully every single time. Every time this little thing flashes, it's been the top of the bull cycle. Flash, top of the bull cycle. Flash, okay, we did come back up for another high, but I mean, that was close enough. That was the top, okay? We basically made a double top and we fell. What's also interesting to note about this indicator is that, firstly, it has not flashed just as yet. There's no flash here at the moment. The other interesting thing to note is that during every single cycle, at some point when the euphoria starts kicking in, price breaks out of the two moving averages. It breaks out of the 2 moving averages where the lines are at the bottom. Okay, it broke out over there. It did exactly the same thing over there, broke out. It did exactly the same thing over, broke out. This is where the euphoria stage kicked in. When it breaks out, that is euphoria. You guys know the cheat sheet, the Wall Street cheat sheet? This is the euphoria phase. Okay, that's the psychological euphoria phase. Every single indicator, just before it flashed, it broke out. Okay, and guess what? It has not broken out just as yet. So I'm still waiting for the euphoria. So let's say this line does something like this and starts getting closer and price breaks out. I'm still waiting for the euphoria stage to kick in, which has not happened. So there's a lot of data that indicates that Bitcoin is not finished with the bull market just as yet. All right, hope you guys found some value in what I'm presenting over here. And remember, legends, if you'd like to come and trade and support the channel and help keep me here so that I can keep on giving you guys the amazing alpha over here, is go down in the description of this video and go down in the description of this video and support the channel and yourself, right, by trading with the lowest trading fees and only an email and a password on both of these exchanges. The more you trade, the more money gets airdropped into your accounts. So, you know, you win, I win, and it costs you nothing extra. Cool, legends, I have unfortunately run out of time. I wanted this trading setup to play out before I end the live stream. And I mean, we're here for an hour, almost 2 hours. Okay, I can feel I'm getting tired. My mouth is dry. Maybe I should drink some water. Let me go through some more comments. Do you plan to write a book one day? I don't know. I don't know. I think it would be a very interesting book. Yasin, you've given me something to think about. I think yes, I would like to write a book someday. It's not something that I've actively thought about, but definitely yes, I would like to write a book. I always use this except when watching live streams. Brain not speedrun soul. Okay, people are still asking for some altcoin request. 2Speed, yes, we've spoken about the 2Speed. Dewald is the actual legend. Now you guys are the legend, supporting the channel and learning. Some legends are asking you to show the bull mark. Okay, I've gone through that. All right, legends, I know that there are still many altcoin requests, and I do apologize. Crypto big, oh, here we go. Junior, Soul, Say, Litecoin, and Crow for the legends in the chat. I have gone through Crow yesterday. I haven't gone through Say, Litecoin, Soul. Okay, I am feeling a bit drained and tired. It's time for me to go, but let me do a couple of altcoin requests. Let's quickly look at Solana. Okay, let me do it for the legends. I mean, you guys support me. I feel like I have to support you and go through some altcoins here as well. So let's look at Sol. USDT. Ooh, okay, now I have this indicator all over this. Ooh, goodness gracious. The pi cycle top indicator already flashed for Solana. It's already had its euphoric phase here to the upside, and people tell me, okay, it's just interesting. I'm more interested on the pi cycle for Bitcoin, not interested on the altcoins. Okay, so wow, when did I do this? On the logarithmic scale, is it even, yeah, and even here, right? I mean, there's your analysis on Solana, right? We formed a cup and a handle. We have broken out. We're retesting the cup or the handle over here. It still has a chance to find higher levels. So from a macro time frame perspective, dare I say that the measured move over here brings you to $382. I know the world is bearish. I know that some people are saying we're not going to get an altcoin season. All I'm saying is the technicals are showing me that this is a potential. You have not broken back inside of the handle, and it's chopping, and just now it bangs 382, and this thing played out. And these cup and handles do have a high success rate of playing out. So that is the simple technical analysis here on the weekly time frame. Let's go on to the 8 hour. I just want to look at the structure over here. I actually forgot about that cup and handle, right? Just want to see what is happening here. Okay, I'm not going to go and try and count this from an Elliott wave perspective. That's going to be an absolute nightmare. But there is a new trend forming. Okay, there's a new trend forming over there. It's a little bit steep. I don't like steep trends like that, but I mean, they do still play out. There you go. Set your alarm and you wait for the breakout. Okay. Also, if you take a fib from this low to the high, I'm just looking at the local structure. You have tapped the 0.88, which usually increases the probabilities that you're going to come and claim the low. But what I want to see is what it looks like on the log scale. Oh, you've also tapped the 0.88. Right, legends, not pretty on Solana. Not pretty at all. I would consider a swing failure from the lows. Because you've tapped the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of coming to claim the low. So if Solana dances around and it breaks the trend and it consolidates outside of the trend, but more specifically, okay, Solana has to take this high. And I know that that target is still very far away at 200, let's call it $245. Only once Solana takes that high, that retracement is going to be very interesting, because now you are changing market structure. Where it is at the moment, there's no market structure change. There's no proof of support. You will only get proof of support once you claim this high, you make a higher high, and then you're speculating on the higher low, which is a higher probability and a better confirmation trade to play back to the upside. So you're going to have to be very patient. From a spot bag perspective, if you're still aiming to build up a little position to the upside, I would still be very patient with Solana. Okay, first thing is it has not broken trend. Second thing is the odds are counting against you that you might claim that low. The better entry on Solana, okay, is if price had to fall down, and it does that. It claims the liquidity and it starts trading back above this low. That is a much better entry, okay, because then you can manage your risk way better. Okay, so one could argue, okay, I mean, some people are most probably watching this trend and saying, well, we've had a successful breakout and we're still trading above the trend. So I am saying there is a bullish sign, but I will be very, and this also looks like a bullish pennant. That's a bullish pennant. So it has a chance that that could be the low. I just really don't like the 0.88 tap, because it does increase the probability that you're going to come and claim the low. Okay, I would like the high to be claimed. Break the high, come back for a retest and continue. That is a better buy from a confirmation perspective, to have a better guarantee that price could go up. Okay. Sorry, legends, I needed to take that comment out. Forgot about that. Right, so that is basically what I see here on Solana. Cool, legends. I know that there are many other altcoin requests. I know you've got Crow, you've got Litecoin. Say you guys want to see your favorite altcoins. Unfortunately, I have run out of time. I've got other things that I need to take care of as well. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Thanks for smashing up that like button. We have more likes than people watching the video. We have 227 likes and we have 225 people watching the live stream. This is absolutely amazing. So once again, we are breaking records here on these live streams, and I think we will continue to break records here on this live stream. Okay, thank you so much for the support. Appreciate every single one of you. Have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers for now.